Someone has been watching you. Not casually. Not in passing. Closely. Studying you in silence. They wanted to know if you are real. If your words and your actions line up. If your kindness is genuine. Or if it's just something you put on like clothing when it suited you. So they tested you. Not with obvious questions. Not with open admissions. But in subtle ways. Ways you may not even have realized at the time. They pulled back from you. They ignored you. They spoke harshly. They set little traps of frustration. They wanted to see if you would break. But here is the truth. What they saw stunned them. You didn't break. You didn't lash out. You didn't turn bitter. You held steady. You responded with quiet strength. You carried yourself with love. Your patience revealed your heart. This is what shook them. Because most people do not respond that way. Most people repay insult with insult. Most people let anger rise fast. But you didn't. And that left an impression they cannot shake. Beloved, that was not an accident. God allowed it. The test was real. But it wasn't just about them. It was about you. Welcome, beloved child of God. I'm so glad you're here. This message is not random. You are listening to this for a reason. If this is your first time here, know this channel is a place where God's voice is honored. Every word you hear is prayed over. You were led here. Heaven guided your steps. Before we go deeper, I want you to do something powerful. Type in the comments right now, I believe. Write it boldly. Declare it with faith. When you type those words, you are making an agreement. An agreement that your spirit is ready. That you will not just hear, but you will receive. And if you feel it even deeper in your heart, type also, I receive. Because when you do, you open the door for this word to become living reality in your life. Now listen. The reason people test others is usually fear. They are not sure if what they see is true. So they try to push. They want to know if the image you carry on the outside matches the reality on the inside. But God uses even their suspicion. He takes their doubt and turns it into a platform to reveal the purity He has placed in you. Scripture tells us this clearly. Proverbs 17 verse 3 says, "The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart." Did you hear that? The Lord tests the heart. He uses pressure to show purity. When you were provoked, God was shaping you. When you were doubted, God was refining you. When you were ignored, God was proving you. And when you passed, light shone through your life brighter than words ever could. Now let me pause and ask you. Think back. Can you remember the times someone underestimated you? Times they tried to push you to anger? Times they treated you unfairly? Do you remember how, instead of exploding, something inside you told you to remain calm? That was not weakness. That was the Spirit of God. That was the fruit of the Spirit alive in you. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. These are not just words from Galatians 5 verses 22 to 23. These are seeds planted in you. And in the moment of testing, they bloomed. Beloved, your life is a garden. Testing waters the soil. Pressure brings out the fragrance. Trials reveal the fruit. This is why you were tested. Now, let's be honest. The person who tested you may never admit it. They may never say, I doubted you, and I was wrong. They may never confess, I pushed you, and I was humbled by what I saw. But don't be fooled by their silence. The silence doesn't mean they didn't notice. It means they didn't know how to handle what they witnessed. And what they witnessed was purity. Purity of heart. Purity of spirit. Purity that comes only from God. Some of you feel overlooked. You think no one notices your patience. You think your kindness is taken for granted. But listen, God notices. Heaven takes account. Hebrews 6 verse 10 says, God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you have shown Him as you have helped His people and continue to help them. Did you hear that? God will not forget. Your kindness is not wasted. Your patience is not forgotten. Your forgiveness is not ignored. I want to ask you something simple. If this is speaking to your spirit, take a second and press the like button right now. Not just as support for this channel, but as a way of spreading this prophetic word to thousands more. Because there is someone else out there right now who needs this message. Your small action might be the reason it reaches them. Now hear this truth clearly. Your pure heart is your crown. The world may call it weakness. The enemy may mock it. But in God's kingdom, purity is power. Matthew 5 verse 8 says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God." That means clarity. That means vision. That means blessings. Your ability to see God move in your life is tied to the purity of your heart. This is why you were tested. Not to break you, but to reveal you. Not to crush you, but to crown you. The person who tested you thought they were in control. They thought they were watching you. But what they didn't know is that heaven was watching them too. And heaven was using the test as a mirror. A mirror to show them your character. And a mirror to show them their own. And what they saw in you is undeniable. They expected bitterness. They found grace. They expected anger. They found patience. They expected resentment. They found love. They expected pride. They found humility. This humbled them more than you know. And though they may not say it aloud, they will never forget it. But beloved, this isn't only about them. It's about your destiny. Because when you stayed pure, you opened a door of favor, a door of blessing, a door of divine promotion. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Yes, something new is rising in your life. And it's tied to your pure heart. The enemy tried to break you because he knew. He knew a pure heart attracts blessings. He knew a clean heart draws God's favor. That's why the pressure was so intense. But you stood. You endured. You kept your light shining. And now, heaven says, reward. Now, heaven says, harvest. Now, heaven says, promotion. Child of God, type these words in the comments right now. Pure heart, pure blessings. Write it in faith. Because your purity is about to speak louder than your pain. Listen, some of you have been saying, "But I feel weary. People keep testing me. People keep pushing me. People keep walking over me." And God says to you today, do not grow weary. Galatians 6 verse 9 declares, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Did you hear that? If you do not give up, if you stay pure, if you remain kind, if you refuse bitterness, your harvest will come. Not late, not early, at the proper time. And beloved, the proper time is drawing near. That person who tested you may circle back. They may never put it in words, but their actions will shift. Suddenly, they may respect you more. Suddenly, they may ask for your advice. Suddenly, they may want to learn from you. That is the silent acknowledgement. That is the fruit of what they saw in you. But remember, stay humble. Because this is not about pride. It is about God being glorified through your life. Proverbs 18 verse 12 says, "Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor." Your humility during the test is what is bringing you honor now. Your humility is opening the door for God to elevate you. Beloved, type in the comments again, "I believe." And if you feel it deep within, type, "I receive." These are not empty words. They are prophetic declarations. They are agreements with heaven. Sometimes you will never know you were in a test until afterward. And sometimes, you will never hear the words of validation from the one who tested you. But do not let silence discourage you. Because silence is not denial. Silence is often conviction. They saw. They noticed. They just cannot say it. But you don't need their voice. You already have God's voice. And He is saying, "Well done." Psalm 24 verses 3 to 4 says, "Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in His holy place? The one who has clean hands and a pure heart." That's you. Your hands are clean. Your heart is pure. And heaven recognizes you. Beloved, your story is not finished. Your tests were not wasted. Every moment of kindness, every act of patience, every silent tear is building up to something glorious. Your harvest is near. Now pause. Breathe. Let these words soak into your spirit. You are not weak. You are not naive. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. You are protected. You are seen. You are blessed. And the reward for your pure heart is closer than you imagine. The test was never to shame you. It was to reveal what was already inside you. Heaven saw it. They saw it. Now you will see the harvest of it. You asked God for clarity. He answered with a test. You asked for promotion. He answered with pressure. You asked for confirmation. He answered with silence that measured your heart. This is how God moves. He lets character speak first. He lets fruit answer questions you'll never need to argue. Fruit ends debates. Purity ends suspicion. So why did God allow it? Because purity cannot be proven in comfort. Purity is revealed under heat. Silver needs fire to shine. Gold needs flame to show its worth. He did not send the cruelty, but he permitted a moment that turned a shadow into a spotlight on your heart. And what did the moment expose? Your quiet strength, your gentle words, your steady hands, your refusal to accuse, your choice to bless when cursing felt easier. That choice became your testimony. That posture became your promotion. That purity became your key. Listen closely. God is moving you from hidden faithfulness to visible favor, from private tears to public oil, from inner endurance to outer elevation. Not because people clapped for you, but because heaven approved you. There is a shift in motion. You will feel doors respond to your knock. You will see faces soften that were once hard. You will receive messages that once never came. Not because you begged, but because God has turned the wind in your favor. Do not gloat. Do not relive the pain. Do not replay their words. Bless them. Release them. Walk forward. Type this now in the comments. I release and rise. Write it. Say it out loud. Seal it. There is another reason the test came. God is protecting a greater assignment. Big doors require pure motives. High places require low hearts. The next room you enter will demand a clean spirit. He used this test as a filter. What could not go with you had to fall away. You chose mercy. Now mercy travels with you. You chose peace. Now peace marks your name. You chose silence instead of slander. Now God will speak for you in rooms you've never entered. Think of Esther. Hidden for a season. Observed from a distance. Misread by many. But when the moment required courage, her purity served a nation. No crowd crowned her first. God did. Favor followed. Think of Ruth. Quiet loyalty. No audience. No applause. Only consistency. God watched. History moved. A lineage opened that led to the King of Kings. Think of Nehemiah. Mocked while building. Provoked while working. He did not descend into argument. He kept building. And the wall rose anyway. This is your instruction. Keep building. Keep sowing. Keep speaking gently. Keep showing up where God planted you. Elevation will find you while your hands are faithful. I see two groups of people around you. One tested you and now watches silently. Another is about to honor you openly. Treat both with the same grace. Receive honor without pride. Treat silence without bitterness. God is also cutting unhealthy ties. Do not chase doors he closed. Do not resurrect what he buried. If peace is missing and confusion repeats, let it go. Purity thrives in clear air. Your next chapter needs space to breathe. Type this in the comments. New air, new favor, new me. Write it in faith. Let your spirit hear your mouth. There is another layer. The test did not only reveal you, it trained you. You learned restraint. You learned timing. You learned to carry power quietly. Now you can be trusted with more. Luke 16 verse 10 is working in your life. Trusted in little. Trusted with much. God saw your restraint. He will now release resources. He saw your stewardship of pain. He will now send people you can steward with love. Do not second-guess your softness. Meekness is not weakness. Meekness is power under control. It is a sword still in its sheath. It is thunder that knows when to rain and when to rest. When they pushed, you did not push back. Heaven called that wisdom. When they lied, you did not chase every rumor. Heaven called that dignity. When they withheld, you did not harden. Heaven called that maturity. And because you chose the narrow way, God is widening your lane. Opportunities are aligning. A message you thought was lost will return. An application you submitted will resurface. A conversation you prayed for will open without force. Do not scramble. Walk in. Speak softly. Carry the same purity that brought you here. You are stepping into rooms your heart can handle now. You are meeting people your spirit can bless now. You are receiving provision your humility can carry now. This is how God works. He prepares the vessel before he pours the oil. He strengthens the net before he sends the fish. He roots the tree before he sends the wind. Let's talk about the person who tested you. They are more aware than they let on. Conviction is working silently. Do not preach to them with pride. Preach with your peace. Let your steady joy do the speaking. Let your consistent kindness do the teaching. If they return, welcome them with boundaries. Open hands. Guarded heart. No revenge. No scorekeeping. Just clarity and grace. If they do not return, bless them from a distance. You didn't pass the test for their applause. You passed it for God's approval. Say this out loud. My heart is God's. My steps are guided. Type it if you can. Make your agreement visible. There are 3 practical instructions for this next season. Stay planted in the Word daily. Protect your mornings. Sow gratitude before you scroll. Guard your gates. What you watch. What you hear. Who you host. Purity maintained is purity multiplied. Serve someone quietly each week. A message of encouragement. A small gift. A simple prayer. Generosity keeps the heart clean. Now, hear the promise. God is scheduling public honor after private obedience. Psalm 37 verse 6 is your banner. He will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, your vindication like the noonday sun. Bright, undeniable, unarguable. The same eyes that watched to judge will watch to learn. The same mouths that whispered will whisper different words. The same hallways that felt cold will warm when you walk by. Do not be surprised. Do not be suspicious. Be wise. Be joyful. Be you. Type this now. Joy is my portion. Write it as a decision, not a feeling. Choose it now. Wear it daily. Let me speak to the one who feels delayed. You forgave, but your answer hasn't come. You stayed pure, but your breakthrough is not visible yet. Listen carefully. Delay is not denial. Seed time and harvest are still laws. You sowed. Your field is sprouting beneath the soil. Roots before shoots. Foundation before celebration. Hold your position. Let me speak to the one who feels used. People took your kindness and gave little back. Heaven saw that ledger. God is not unjust. A new circle is forming. Givers. Lifters. People who pour. You will not have to audition your worth with them. Your purity will feel at home there. Let me speak to the one who fears becoming cold. You promised yourself, never again. You built fences that became walls. God is calling you to guard your heart without closing it. Soft heart, strong spine, clear voice, wise boundaries. That balance is your new strength. And you, intercessor in secret. The one who prays for others while none know your name. Heaven is placing a mantle on your shoulders. Authority in prayer. Accuracy in discernment. When you speak peace, atmospheres will listen. When you bind confusion, minds will clear. Use it humbly. Use it often. Now, a word about provision. Your clean hands invite clean streams. Expect unexpected supply. Not lottery luck. Aligned provision. Work that fits your calling. Doors that honor your values. Partnerships that protect your peace. Say this with me. I choose purpose over pressure. I choose calling over clout. I choose purity over shortcuts. Write one of those lines in the comments now. Let your choice be known in the earth and recorded in heaven. There is a reason the warfare increased before this message found you. The enemy used old triggers, old narratives, old faces. He hoped you would return to old reactions. But you did not. You are not who you were. You are new wine, fresh oil, different posture. That difference is your defense. That difference is your deliverance. That difference is your destiny. Expect one more small test soon. Not to trap you, to confirm you. It will be familiar. You will recognize it. Smile. Choose the higher road again. Pass it with peace. Walk away lighter. Then watch for a swift answer. An email. A signature. A call. A yes that ends a long circle. When it comes, say thank you before you say anything else. Gratitude keeps the gate open. I want you to breathe right now. In. Out. Let shame go. You are not defined by how they treated you. You are defined by how God sees you. He calls you pure. He calls you chosen. He calls you ready. Whisper this. Create in me a pure heart, O God. Let that prayer be your rhythm. Morning, noon, night. Your peace will confuse some. Your boundaries will disappoint others. Your favor will attract many. Stay unmoved. Stay small in your own eyes. Stay large in love. Now hear me. There is a crown for those who endure. James 1 verse 12 calls it the crown of life. It is for you. Not later only. Now as strength. Now as clarity. Now as endurance that does not snap. Type these words in the comments. Crown of life. Declare it. Wear it. Walk like it is true. I bless your home with peace. Your mind with stillness. Your body with health. Your hands with increase. Your path with light. Your circle with honor. Your heart with purity that does not fade. I speak closure where confusion held you. I speak yes where good delays lingered. I speak alignment where your steps felt scattered. I speak courage to keep walking when you are almost there. If this word is landing in your spirit, press the like button now. Your click sends this message further than your voice can travel. Somebody else needs this right now. You will be the reason they don't quit. If you are new here, subscribe and turn on the bell. Stay connected to words that build, not break. To truth that lifts, not shames. To guidance that aligns, not confuses. And if you feel led to sow a thank you, use a super thanks as a seed of agreement. Not to buy a blessing. To honor the God who met you in this word. Before we close, let me prophesy simple, clear pictures. I see keys, new access. I see calendars filling with good obligations. Right rooms, right voices. I see a table set where you were not invited before. Your name on the card. Your seat is secure. I see a letter reversing an earlier decision. What was no becomes yes. What was delayed becomes now. What was ignored is acknowledged. I see a bridge. Not back to what broke you. Forward to what fits you. You will cross it with peace. No rushing. No chasing. No begging. Just walking. Just breathing. Just watching God be God. Say this out loud with me. I choose purity again. I choose peace again. I choose honor again. I choose God again. Type one final declaration. Blessed and ready. Let heaven see it. Let the enemy see it. Let your own heart see it in writing. You were watched. You were measured. You were tested. And by grace, you were found pure. Now you will be trusted. Now you will be promoted. Now you will be rewarded. Walk quietly into what is opening. Smile at what is closing. Bless what is behind you. Embrace what is before you. The God who saw your test is the God announcing your testimony. The God who guarded your heart is the God crowning your head. The God who kept you gentle is the God making you strong. You are ready. Your season is turning. Your harvest is near. Your name is safe in His hands. Peace to your house. Light to your path. Oil on your head. Favor on your work. Love in your circle. Song in your night. Stay pure. Stay humble. Stay aligned. And watch what God does next.